Hi guys, it's Colin at Blue Anchor. Eminem. I'm at Blue Anchor today again. I travelled down for the night last night. Got here for about 12:10 because I left earlier. I left about 9:30. I just took a steady drive, as I do. I had a message off my mates. Phil the Cake. Yeah, and he was telling me that he left a message on my phone to tell me that he caught a load of dogfish, and a young lad who's here, who I've just got to know, who's been down here a couple of times as well, Kevin, nice lad, got his own little mobile camper van down here. Well, he comes down and he just parks up like I do, but I park on the side of the road. He parks off the road because it's wide, which is understandable. Anyway, this morning's performance was dire. The wind had picked up. I mean picked up, it picked up. It was cold-ish. But now it's just gone lovely and sunny. The wind is still there. It's still, it's when it cuts through you. Let's put it that way. And yeah, so I'm down here again. I've done a morning fish at 7 o'clock. Well, I fished till about, started fishing about 6:30. I didn't film anything because it was nothing to film really. It was absolutely diabolical. The tide is still a bit rough now. We've just been in to watch it, and just gone and bought a load of bait. Well, I've gone and bought a load of lugworm, and I mean a bloody load of lugworm, and because that's what they were catching on last night's tide. And I said it was windy, but it dropped. But they were catching mainly on worm. I mean, Phil the Cake, he had 9 dogfish, and the young lad, Kevin, he had 8. He said it was going wild. He said that as the tide was coming in, and as it was going out, it went wild. As I said, sometimes it can be hit and miss, but from what I can gather, the dogfish are back in, because last time I was down there I only caught one, and as you can tell I've had a nice clean shave. Yes, I had to have a shave. I was looking a scruffy guess. So of course I'm hoping tonight I can film something decent. It'd be nice to do what they done last night, fish after fish after fish. My thanks for that. Never mind. Yeah, it'd be nice to catch fish after fish after fish, but I know it's not going to happen straight away. But I'm down here. I mean, it's Saturday morning now still, and hopefully I can get some results tonight. And if not tonight, Sunday morning. It all depends how the weather is, though, really, because the tide's, it's blowing northeast, and northeasterly wind. Oh, that's what I can see now. Northeasterly wind, and it's pretty choppy. Not like the last time I showed you, it was like flat calm. It is choppy. It's stirring the bottom up, stirring it up, but it wasn't good this morning, because the reason why, we thought you had a bite, bloody clump of weed on it. It's only a problem down here, when it goes easterly wind, you get it coming from right to left, and you get all the crap come on to this side of the estuary. You get a load of weed, Now, if it, if it was blowing south, be better. Southwest, fish bite the best. That's the way they say. They say northeast, the fish bite the least. Northwest, fish bite the best. It's an old saying I've got down there. I don't know how true it is, but believe it or not, half the time it's bloody right. But yeah, again, I done that competition for the reel, and I hope the blokes listening or watching this get onto my video before this. Your name is on there, and I forget his bloody name now, but never mind. Just have a look on my last video. It's got about competition winner. That's the title, competition winner. And I'm just doing a roundup for this morning. As I said, with me, I don't put titles on until I get home, because I still can't do it yet. I keep trying to put titles on, and I'm still bullsing up somewhere. My wife, she's useful for something, not just for cooking, and not for moaning at me. Well, my missus don't moan at me, she just agrees with me or just tells me off. And I have to agree. But I don't know how she does it. She just, as I said, because of me suffering with dyslexia, I do find it hard to maintain things. I mean, funny enough, that Jamie Oliver's just come out to say he's dyslexic. Yeah. Okay, but look at where he is now. He's a star. He's a chef. He's a naked chef. I've never seen him naked. Thank God for that. But anyway, tonight I'm going to fish hard. I'm just going to board some fresh bait. As I said, I'm just going to board 3 big mackerel, frozen mackerel. I'm going to let them thaw out, of course. I was using bait this morning that I'd refrozen. Wasn't good. And the crabs wasn't good. I mean bait wise, not on me. Bait wise, nah, it wasn't doing its job. But you know, you got to have fresh bait to catch fish. You know what I mean? And as I said, if I catch his whiting started to show up. One of the lads caught a whiting last night, and he said he's going to use it for conger bait tonight. And I said, do you know how to put it on? And he's gone, no. I said, I will show you how to do it properly. Only because I've watched somebody else doing it. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where if you watch somebody else do it, you think you know it all, but you don't. You got to do it yourself the way they've done it, to understand that all the time you've been doing it wrong. See, you learn things all the time. And as I'm saying now, is that, excuse me, I've got a bit of a tickle. As I'm saying, I do watch a lot of other people fish. And I do watch other people's different methods, and sometimes I apply them to me, and sometimes they're not working for me, and I go back to my own way of doing it. Everybody's got their own different way of doing things, i.e. bait-wise, putting on baits, swapping and changing rigs. If you're not doing good on one rig, you can always change to another. And if that rig works, leave it alone. Leave that rig on. If you put a rig on and nothing's happening, and then if there's nothing happening, say you got 2 different rigs. You got a pulley rig, a pulley rig, and also you got a running rig. And your running rigs, you're getting bites on your running rig all the time. Leave that rig there. If you're not getting no bites on your pennel rig, swap it. Tonight, I'm going to swap. If the weather if it's not too rough tonight, and the wind ain't too rough tonight, I might put 3 rods out instead of 2, because I used my 2 small ones this morning. And what I would do on the bigger rod of what I've got, what I will do, I will put 3 hooks. Well, I do a running rig on one. I'm going to do a pedal rig on one, pedal rig on the other. Only singles, not doubles. Only if I get a whiting or a pouting, I might use it for a conger bait or a ray. You never know. And excuse me, I'll keep up burping. So I just had a coffee and watch it, and it's repeating. Excuse me. Gone down the wrong way. Ugh. I've got acid reflux. So, of course, with me doing that, I'm trying to get my abilities to work out which rig is best for tonight. So if I'm doing good on the panel rig, I'll just leave panel rigs on. That's all I'm going to do. If I'm not doing no good on a panel rig, actually, I will use 2 panel rigs, yeah, as I said, use 2 panel rigs and 1 running rig, sliding rig. And if I'm doing no good on the sliding rig, I will put the 3 hook system on with worm. So I'm just going to bought a pound of lugworm, and I tell you, I couldn't believe how much it was. I bought a few diddy little items, only a couple of quid a piece, and then bought me, well, half a pound of lugworm, 12 quid. It's a lot. You don't get many for half a pound. I'm just going to bought a pound, so that cost me 24 quid. But if you want to catch fish, that's what you got to pay. I suppose it works out really roughly the same as when you're doing your course fishing. Because, I mean, you can buy a pint of maggots, £2.50 or 3 quid. All depends where you go. And then you got your ground baits, which are, I mean, a bag is a 5 at a time. It all depends what ground baits you get. And then you buy your boilies, you buy your sweet corn, you buy your worms. You can spend mega bucks. I remember once I went on to a competition and I bought a kilo of worm. Then I bought 2 pints of maggots. I bought micro pellets, tiger micro pellets, and I bought some stem swim ground bait. Come to about 80 quid, and that was for a contest. And then you had to pay to go into the contest, right? And I thought, oh, I'm going to get my money back if I come somewhere in a competition. Luckily enough, I come first, but the prize money didn't cover my bait. So, did I win it or did I lose? Work it out. I lost in the respect because of the money I spent on the bait. Okay. I may have won with a pint of maggots. If I would have just used maggots and say a little bit of stem swim, and that's it, I could have won on that. Probably stem swim at that time was like 4 quid a bag. And don't forget, you don't use all your ground bait. You only use little bits at a time. And I was fishing that's when I used to do pole fishing. When I used to do competition fishing, I asked to come first. It was a bloody change for me. But anyway, as I'm saying, once you do that, you try and weigh up, oh, you spent so much on this, you went so much on that. I mean, roughly, it swings and roundabouts. I mean, luckily enough, I've got a lead mould and I've got loads of lead in my shed. I must have about 300 weight of lead that somebody gave me some years ago from down here. Because when he said to me, here's some lead, I only expected about £20 of lead. Now bloody 3 ton of it. Yeah, I had to take it home in a trailer. I had to use his trailer. Yeah. So anyway, of course, as I'm saying, no matter where you go, if you're doing coarse fishing, like method feeding, your normal pole fishing, pike fishing, fly fishing. Now, fly fishing is cheap in a respect of your flies, not your zipper flies, but your flies, your rod and line. You can pick a fly rod up for about 30 quid. You can actually get a kit from a tackle shop. Down there, you can get a kit from a tackle. In West Coast Angling, you can get a kit. Comes all together with the reel and the rod and a couple of flies here and there. I think there's a couple of flies in there. Yeah, for about 50 quid. I nearly swore then. For 50 quid or 60 quid. Yeah, all depends. And then that's pretty cheap to start with. But then it's when you go to the venue where you're going to fish. Now, there's a reservoir up the road here called Clapworthy Reservoir. I hope I'm saying it right. Clapworthy Reservoir. I fished with my mate Headley. 30 quid for 4 hours. Yeah, so you know what I mean? It swings and roundabouts, you know? So it may be cheaper to get your tackle for your fly fishing. Or it depends what rod and reel you want, really. If you want top of the range stuff, then you will pay out big money. But you can get a starter kit, as I said, 50 to 60 quid and a couple of flies just to get you interested. Okay, you may need, you can use a normal landing net with a short handle. You know, if you've got an old telescopic landing net, cut it down to about 3 foot. That's what you need. 3 foot landing net, straight in. That's for your fly fishing. Cheapest chips. But yeah, I've done that. As I said before, I've done that thing about my competition. Only 3 people had a go. To me, it's my first time doing one, and I thought that was pretty good for the result, to be honest. And as I said, there's only one bloke who got near to it. I mean, the other 2 lads, okay, fair play to them. I mean, it was a guessing game how big the tope was. And when you look at it, I think what gave it away was the size of the bait that you could see in its mouth. Yeah, I think that's what gave it away to the one bloke who got it. As I said, he was only 5 inches off because the tope was 18 inches and he was the closest one by saying 13 inches. I thought, bloody hell, that was close. And then you had the other 2 gentlemen who went for it. As I said, it was a guessing game. One was 3 foot 6 inches and the other one was 2 foot 11 inches. Because I did say the nearest one to the inch, you know what I mean? So the bloke who won it was 5 inches off, but it was the nearest one to it. So he's won, in all fairness. And what I'm going to do, I said I will do another one Now, what I will ask when I do another one, I do want comments. Like the comment would be like, I will ask what type of rod you would like to be put us up as a competition one. I have got a brand new fly rod. I haven't used it and it hasn't been touched. All I've done, I picked it up and I said to the guy, how much do you want for this? And he just looked at me and said, give us some money for it. And from what I can gather, got a bloody mark, haven't I? Oh, come on, I got it. From what I can gather, I've seen one similar to it, and it's worth about 40 quid. So that's coming out of my, as I said, it's up to you what you want. And I'm not saying, but I will not pay out for name rods. The rod I will put up will be what I think is suitable. A coarse fishing rod. It could be a method feeder for your coarse fishing. It could be a method feeder or it could be a float rod. I'm not doing carp rods. Well, I could do one. Could be a method feeder, a float rod or a carp rod. That's 3 to pick from. Then you got your sea fishing rod, that's 1, or a fly fishing rod. Now, if you say fly fish, if I get more votes to do a fly fishing rod, I'll put a little extra to it. If it comes out as a fly fishing rod, I will put a reel with the fly fishing rod. Okay? For the float fishing rod, I will put a reel with the float fishing rod. If it's a method feeder, I will put a reel with the method feeder rod. If it's a carp rod you're after, it's only going to be the carp rod. I'm sorry, I'm not going to fork out a lot of money for a carp reel because they are bloody expensive. I mean, you can talk mega bucks for a carp reel. Or unless I can pick a decent brand new carp reel up for a decent price, then I might put a reel on it. But a sea fishing rod will be just a sea fishing rod. Because, or there again, if I do a sea fishing rod, I'm not promising, but I might put a reel with it. Okay? Because I've got that much stuff in my shed. I've bought over the years and I haven't touched. You wouldn't get your hat on. You know, I'm one of these people who will go, oh, I'll buy that. And my missus will say, you've got 2 of them. Oh, you never know, just in case. Us blokes are always the same. You never know, just in case. So, anyway, guys, I'm going to cut you loose because what I'm going to do, I'm going to get some kip. I'm knackered. And yeah, tonight out there, I'm hoping to do well. The tide was in last night. The tide was in Friday night. Yeah, Friday night at 7 o'clock. I left my house at 8:30. Got on the motorway for 9 o'clock. Got down here for about 10 past 12 early Saturday morning. Well, Yeah, Saturday morning, 12:10. I got here. I've had no kip. I'm a prat. But there you go. Yeah, but the wind is dying down a bit now. Now the tide's going out. Marvellous, isn't it? Because sometimes when it's down here, sometimes when the tide comes in, you get a bit of wind. Then when the tide's in, the wind drops. Don't know why. But I did yesterday that it was going to be a bit of a better forecast today. One bloody this morning, bloody freezing. Now it was about 7 degrees this morning. But as I said, when the wind blows, brought it right down. It was cold. It got cold. It did get cold. I had to put my neck thing on to keep my neck warm. Anyway, watch this space for tonight's session. So I'm going to fill in my book when I get home. Cobblers. You know, my little book I got at home. Got there Friday, early Saturday morning. Done a Saturday morning fish. Crap. There you go. But I hope tonight is going to be much, much better. As I said, we'll soon see if I'm videoing. Because what I'm going to do now is, instead of keep videoing everything, I'll just go, ain't caught nothing. Not worth videoing it. Okay, guys. Catch you later. Eminem signing out from Blue Anchor Bay. Catch you tonight. Bye, yo.